Hello again, and welcome back to another episode of Cafe Biblos. We hope your day has been going well, and that with the studies that you may have done with the past episodes proved beneficial and encouraging to you. Before we begin, we would like to just put a shout out to our friends in Australia. I'd like to say, hello Victoria, hope everything's going well with you on the land down under. As we might say here in the States, g'day mate, and wish you well. So the question what do you have in your coffee cup?
Oh, it's a new trend I'm starting. It's called can in a cup.
Can in a cup.
Kind of goes with your Canada dry in a cup.
Yeah, but that's because you're rubbing off on me. So why the can in a cup?
Because container in a cup was so like 3 weeks ago. If you want to keep up with the current trends, you gotta move up in the world. So I'm going with can in a cup.
So what does that do with the cup?
Oh, I'm too lazy to wash this dirty cup, so I just put the pop can inside.
All right. Are you going to do anything with it? Can in a cup?
Probably not. I just didn't want to wash it, so.
Something about a patent?
Oh yeah.
Patent pending?
Patent pending.
That's easy for you to say.
Patent pending.
Patent pending.
Patent pending.
All right. We digress. The question we asked last week, remember we were talking about Jesus in the wilderness. And then we reflected it to us. So what can we do when we find ourselves in the wilderness or in a wilderness situation? And to answer that question, I'm just going to throw it right back to Eric and let him tell you maybe what some of us have faced in that wilderness situation.
A bad day with Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong.
I got a patch for that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm working on the hat.
All right. So this is totally not going to be an over dramatic experience that somebody may or may not have had. But if you ever had a day that you may have overslept because you had a misunderstanding with a spouse, which caused you to miss breakfast, you lost your keys, and you spilled your coffee while driving, you were stopped for speeding on your way to work because you were late with everything that's going on so far, and because you're late for work, you forget your wallet, so you're not eating today, and you have no cell phone, and it don't matter anyway, your spouse is mad at you because you yelled at them last night, so they're not going to bring you food, and you can't call them anyway. Your work computer crashed, you had to work overtime to meet the deadline, and your car broke down just as you pulled in the driveway, you're late getting home, and supper's cold.
You know what we call that guy? Loser. Anyway, that is a bad day. Not only it's a physical drain, but it's a mental drain, a mental experience, a mental drain. And it happens all day. It's non-stop. So your patience is worn thin, and that last nerve that you had, people have been tramping on it all day long.
It's almost like Satan knew where your goat was tied, not only took it, but he ate it.
Yeah.
Like the T-Rex in Jurassic Park.
So you're mentally challenged, now you're weakened. Because you haven't really eaten a good meal, you're physically weak and you're hungry. And if you don't eat in a respectable amount of time, the hungrier you get, we say now that you get hangry. So with the mental weakness and the physical weakness, are we becoming spiritually challenged, or have we forgotten about our spiritual side? Above all that has been presented, it might seem like an over-exaggeration, but it's about life's experiences.
Loss of a job, a loved one, health, a home, finances. It comes to mind the book of Job.
Yeah.
God allows Satan to vex him. He lost his health, his wealth, and his children. His wife told him to curse God and die. It seems very...
I don't think she believed as well.
No.
No.
That seems like a...
Or she didn't have any pity on poor Job.
Oh, no.
No, and then he ends up with what?
Oh, woe is
boils
me.
and sores, and he's scratching himself with
Oh, woe is me. It's Job complaining again. Job was reduced to sitting amidst the rubble of his once prosperous.
Yeah. So now he is in the wilderness, literally. Even though he has people and friends all around him, he's by himself. He's experiencing all this by himself.
After the loss of everything he was held worthwhile, he still proclaimed in Job chapter 13, verse 15, "Through God, though God slay me, yet will I trust him." He was declaring his complete trust in his God, and even though he questioned God about his suffering, despite his difficulties, he said in Job verse 1, verse 21, "The Lord gave me, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." What, you think it was easy for Job?
I don't think so. Because actually, and the reason why I say no, or I don't think so, was because he actually started questioning God's actions. Because, Job was found, according to God, Job was a blessed man. And Satan accused God of putting a barrier around Job so that he couldn't get to him. And that's where God allowed Job to be vexed. So, but when God set Job straight, his faith did not falter. He just questioned him. Was Job angry with God? I don't think it shows. He was just questioning God why these things were going on.
More angry at the situation than
I think so.
blaming
Yeah.
God for everything.
So keep that in mind, and let's go back to Jesus' experience in the wilderness. Was it easy for him? Now keep in mind what we talked about before. He was human and he was divine. He had the physical things that we have. He experienced all the physical things that we have. He was hungry, he was cold, he was thirsty. And he was exposed to the elements. He was exposed to danger. Was it easy for him? Why do you suppose Satan tempted him with rocks to bread? He was hungry. So Jesus was hungry. He was in a weakened state. But he used scriptures against Satan so that God's word would be true. So, with all that in mind, what question do we have for the next episode?
Would it be easy for us?
We're going to find out next week. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. God bless you.
God bless.